Hello, I'm back again. Today we will be discussing building a standout portfolio. Like I always say, I'm not going to go through the conventional route where I'm going to now be telling you, this is what you should do by the books. If you are going through this series, I think this is video 5 out of 365. You would know that I'm going to give you from my own experience as a freelance software engineer, then you can make your decision after listening or after getting all your information or doing your research. All right. I have to put that disclaimer there so you don't think I'm giving or I'm telling you what to do verbatim. I'm just giving you an insight on my own journey. Um, Building a standard portfolio. Uh, Personally, I do not believe in building a portfolio on third-party platforms like Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork. I think, to be honest, I think that is a waste of time. Over the years, a lot of people have pressured me to creating accounts there. You make dollars, you would get foreign clients, you're going to make more money if you now build your portfolio on those platforms, the stronger it gets. But I always have one question which I ask them, and most of the time they don't even know what to answer me with. I always ask them, if the platform decides to terminate your account, what happens? And to be honest, they don't know. The because they actually do know, but they don't want to tell you because they know that if the platform terminates your account, your entire work is gone. Yeah, all the hard work you've put in building your client base is all gone. And because the clients in most cases would not have direct communication with you, they are going through the platform, they are paying Fiverr, they trust Fiverr. That process is gone now for you. You don't have the ability to unless you now create a new account and start all over again. And if you create an account, you are one person out of a million people vying for one task or one role or for a job or for whatever it is that they are fighting for. Sending applications every day, begging the client to accept your work, sending proposals. I'd never want to be in that situation. This I did not even learn this the hard way. I've always known it because I watched my dad's business growing up, and I always know that it is not good to put the power, the person feeding you, the person paying you for paying you for a service. It is not always the best thing to put power into their hands, because putting power into their hands is just going to lead to maltreatment, is going to lead to them feeling that they are doing you a favor by paying you. And as a freelancer, during the course of your journey, you are going to get that constantly, seeing clients thinking that they are doing you a favor, not knowing that they are paying you because they are exchanging value. What you are building or what you are working on is valuable to them. That is why they are sending out money to your account. So that money is just a trade for your skill, your energy, your time. If you really ask me, if things are supposed to be in a balance, you are actually the one losing all the time, no matter what they are paying you, because your energy is involved, your time is involved, you are the one with you're the one with the creativity, the flow, everything. Most times when a client annoys me by saying stupid things, they say they want, and I'm obviously going to refund their money back. Now let's ask them, if you believe this work is easy, why don't you learn it? I always had a client one time that is always like, um, what am I, what in this software engineering thing, um he wants to learn it, he wants to learn it, he wants to learn it, that he thinks he's if he learns it he's able to do a good job. And he thinks that we are overcharging. And I told him to go and learn it now. I've been telling him to learn it now, and it has been 5 years. He has not learned it because, they probably do not know what it takes to become a full software engineer, to build an application from zero to something, right? So coming back to building a standout portfolio, here is my own take and here is my own experience. I would rather set up a platform, a website. For example, like I do have my nicolasidogo.com. If your name is John Kennedy, johnkennedy.com or anything, make it personal. Design it properly and put in the works that you have done there from time to time. If you finish a project, you put in an image of that project, what the project is about, and detail it out. That is the best way for me. So you would go through the it's difficult. It's not I think it's difficult in the short term, but I think both of them is difficult. I don't really think there's even anyone easier than the other. Because if you create an account on Fiverr or create an account on Upwork, for example, you are going to be fighting with the whole world: India, Pakistan, US, Germany. Everybody in the world will be fighting for a particular tax. Now, if you create your own portfolio, the beautiful thing is you are no longer fighting with everybody in the world. You are now going to be the one promoting yourself, promoting your skills. And the best way to do this is to first of all start with the people you know. I'm not going to advise somebody that wants to enter into software engineering, for example, as a freelancer, to okay, how do I put this now? Let me think. Let me think. I will not advise that person to create the portfolio sites and start marketing on Facebook right out of the gate for projects. Because if you do it that way, unless you steal or you try and claim a site that you did not build, which I don't advise, I think that's one of the worst things you can do because it can easily lead you to problems. I've seen somebody do that before and land himself in prison in Lagos when I was in Lagos. Um, the best thing to do is because if you promote it, if they come to your portfolio site, they are not going to see any project there, right? So there is no way they can verify that you actually know what you are doing, or you know how to build this, or you know how to develop this, right? They cannot verify it. There is no way for them to know. However, if you are starting out, here's the number one thing to do. At least create one or two web applications that you want to feed to the world, that you want the world to know about, that is your own. It does not necessarily need to even be making money. Just create it. It can be something simple, very simple, a beautiful to-do list to send email reminders, a simple web application to where people can put in their bills and to notify them when the bills is due. You don't need to market it, you don't need to promote it, you don't need to make it beautiful, make it sweet and nice. Do at least two. Instead of one, just do two. Do two of those applications. The reason I'm saying it is because sometimes when people want to give you a job to do, they research about you. They don't just see your portfolio and give you the money, right? No, they do in-depth research, Google, everywhere, LinkedIn, they check about you to see who you really are, at least what you present to be on social media and on Google and everything. So if they check about you and they discover that you don't have anyone that you have even actually done, most times they are not going to be interested, right? In 2019, I had an ad on Nairaland. I'm just giving you an example, right? I had an ad on Nairaland, and somebody reached out to me from Ukraine. He was in Ukraine at that time, and he told me he saw my ad on Nairaland. He wants me to develop a service, a web application, Android and iOS application for him. However, what convinced him to actually reach out to me was that he has already done his research about me, and he saw that I had developed Nixon calculator. He saw that I've developed some other applications, but he loved the fact that I developed Nixon calculator when I was still in school, and he gave me the project to do. And it was a good man. I was struggling at that time. I think he was the highest paying client I got at that time, right? And not only that, he referred me to so many other people after we are done with the project. But guess what? All the projects I've done before that time in 2018 and 2019, because he reached out to me, I think around September 2019, he didn't even care about any of those things. The one he cared about was the one I did when I was in school, which is Nixon Calculator, the first application I ever built on my own that I made public, right? So that is what he cared about. So you can put a story around it. So the first thing that you should do, create at least two. In my own case, it's just one. But I didn't now I'm starting again, I'll do two. I'll not just do one. I'll do two. Then I'll do two web applications, host it, put it, don't do all this. I used to see some people, young software engineers that always reach out to me for advice. And I was like, what have you done? And they'll be telling me that it's on their system. I don't know, for some reason that is just so funny to me because how do you expect me to verify what you've done when it is on your system? They'll tell you they don't know how to host it. Already, that is a failure. Imagine meeting somebody that you want to get a job and you're telling the person is on their system that let us schedule a Google Meet so that you can go to your system and we can see the work, how it's done. It does not make sense now. No matter how it is, find a way to host it. I know things might be hard in the beginning, you may not have money for hosting, but hosting is cheap sometimes. With 30,000, you can host it. Also, that 30,000, like your life depends on it. Find a way to do it. You can even get one hosting and host the two applications on that one hosting. It's possible, right? There is global hosting 247. There is Domain King. There is Hugo Host. If you don't even want to go to all these foreign ones like Namecheap and GoDaddy, so host it. If you are using React, there is Netlify. Host it properly with the correct domain name, not with that Netlify hash code or weird numbers that will make the link long. No. If you are doing a to-do list, you call it the right name, todozap.com. Whatever you want to call it, give it a proper name. If you even have the if you even have extra money, you can create press release. I don't say market. No, don't market. I don't mean market it like Facebook and Google. No, write press releases. Like when that client of mine researched about me, I was nominated for Mobile App Awards 2017 for Education Sector Exam Calculator. I did not win. I went to Lagos there. Somebody, I think Scholar X won it at that time. But I was nominated. And that gave me a press release. My name was out there from that nomination. Now, Tech Points met me on that day of the Mobile App Awards. I met the founder of Tech Point. What's his name again? Adewale Yusuf. I met him on that day and he took my contact. He loved the application and he made a free press release for me on Nixon calculator, right? And it was on startup section. They wrote about it. So that was its second press release. Now, because of that press release, I met somebody else that was working on Channels TV. Now, the truth is, I can't remember. I think I met him through Facebook, right? But it was due to that press release. And he did a video presentation of the app on Channels TV, which is on YouTube. So can you imagine the press I got during that period? And the truth is, I didn't even pay for any of them. It was all free. But the application was out there. I made it public. I talked about it, and I was able to get that press. But let's say you have some money, you can actually pay for that press. Reach out to Tech About, Tech Points, and find a way to put your application there so that if people search about you, what you would pop up, right? You are going to show up that okay, you have credibility, you are trustworthy. Somebody can at least know that you are into the tech game. It's not when they search about you, nobody can even see anything regarding to you. So I want you to know that having your own website, let's say you're going through my own route, you're not using Fiverr and Upwork, even if you are using Fiverr and Upwork, like I said, this whole thing is not going to be conventional. I'm not going to start telling you bullshit. I'm going to give you true facts, what I believe is the right way to go about it, or what I would have done if I'm starting again. Google search is your portfolio, not your website. I want to repeat myself again. Google search is your portfolio. If you think you have a strong portfolio, search your name on Google. If you search your name on Google and you are not seeing, like, the whole first page is not even talking about you, you have not even started. I know what I'm saying. If you need to go on Google, because most of the people that you are expecting to pay you big money, right? The first thing that most of them is going to do is to search on Google. They will put in your name, John Kennedy, and they will search. If you are not appearing the entire first page, if it is not about you, you have a problem. That is what you need to tackle first, because most people now that reach out to me, once they search my name on Google and they see what is there on Google, it changes most of the way they communicate with me, or how they want to now say things about me, right? So there are so many ways to steal that first page. LinkedIn, you need to be you need to have a proper LinkedIn account. We are still going to discuss about LinkedIn, right? But you need to have a very, very good LinkedIn account that is displaying your works, what you do, go to go. Your Facebook has to be professional. It doesn't really need to be too professional. It can be a bit of professional and personal. Same with Instagram. You need to have Instagram with your name. There should also be Twitter. Then if you are comfortable writing, you should have Medium. If you want to put your own blog on your site, I will not really add. Medium for me is personal. You should be writing about your personal journey. I've gotten a project from somebody that read my Medium post. I don't even have followers there. I'm writing that thing for myself, funny enough. It's a way to just document weird things I that occur during my freelancing journey, or weird things I want to talk about, right? Then I've spoke about LinkedIn, Twitter, X, Facebook, Medium. Um then if you have some money, you can still do more press releases. Then your own site. Your own site is also very, very important. You should have your own site that is going to detail your experiences, what you've done. These things are going to take time. I'm not going to tell you that if you do all of them today, they'll start reflecting today. It takes time. Even me, I'm still learning. Who knows what I'm going to be saying 10 years from now regarding freelancing? I don't know. I'm just speaking from today, having been in the game now since after freelancing 2014, 10 years, 11 years, 2013. It's not easy. I started as a professional 2018. That's when I now knew that okay, this is the path I need to follow. But we did that 2013 to 2018. I was dipping in and out, in and out. So um portfolio, your portfolio is your Google search. Your website, it is your portfolio, it is your website. But your real portfolio, let's say that one is a fake portfolio, right? That is probably going to be the fake portfolio. Let's say, should I use fake, or should I just use, let's say it is what do they, there's this thing in physics that they call it, I can't remember it again, but instead of fake, let's say maybe mirage, or it's like the standout. It's just there. People can see that one. But what people would actually go through is your Google search. That gives an entire view of what you are or who you are as a freelancer. So pay a close attention to your Google search. Search your name constantly. See where you can improve, where you can create an app, where you can, sorry, I say create an app, create a presence, right? on your Google search. It is actually very, very important. So going back to those two sites or two web applications that you've created on your own, once you've created those ones, and if you have some money to promote it, you feel free to promote. If you don't have some money to promote it, it's fine. But make sure your name is there. Make sure that if people come to that site, they can see your name, maybe proudly powered by, designed by, developed by. You know, find a way to insert your name into it so that people would be able to recognize you as the developer of that application. Now, the next thing to do is to reach out to your friends and family, right? All of us, we did not come from thin air. If you are over 18 years, you must have known somebody. Everybody you know is a connection. Now, I know that many people will not like this, what I'm going to say next. You might have to do some projects for free. Most of these people that do illegals, like selling dope and all this stuff, they give you some samples for free and they will later charge you. So you kind of have to apply that same principle in a way. You might have to do some projects for free. They can reach out to your friends and family if or even if not free at a huge discount, let them pay hosting domain and give you some extra money. The reason why is you don't want your portfolio to be empty with just those two sites. You need to test what it feels like to develop a project for somebody else before you enter into the market. Because if you're building, there's a very big difference between building a project for yourself and building a project for somebody else. It's not the same. For yourself, you can, have fun with it, play around with it. Somebody, by the time you start developing for somebody else and they start making some remarks, some requests, some things that you should do, that is when you will now fully know, okay, this is this and this and this is what I should always be aware of. And it is best to have it with your friends and family. And it is also best to have it where money is not the focal point in a way for that project because you know that you are just using it to get experience, to learn, right? And reach out to your friends and family who needs a website. If it means constantly reaching out to them, do it constantly. It doesn't mean anything. Reach out to them constantly if that is what it means. It's fine. Um, by the time you've done three, let's just put it at three. Two is fine. If you've done two, you've done three, you can now decide to move into a special niche. You can now decide the niche you want to move into. At that point, you can now decide, okay, I want to develop only websites for now, and this website is only going to be for barbers. And or you can now say I can now develop only websites for now. This website is going to be for HVACs or real estate agents or real estate companies, or you find a particular niche, a particular service you can develop. If it's mobile app for fintech, you say it's that one, but know everything about it. Go and research everything about it. Once you've researched everything about it, you know everything about it, make sure it is a business, because if you are developing a niche, it has to be a business, something that would if the business owner reaches out to you and they pay for that website, they have a vision on how that website will generate income for them or save time for them. So research everything about you need to know about it, and once you've done that, that is when you can now start marketing. Now there are two forms. You can market with your money, you can market with your time. Now I'm going to explain the two of them. If you want to market with your time, let's say you want to target barbers in Lagos, for example. You just need to go to Google and type in barbers in Lagos. It will bring out a list of all the barbers I've created Google My Business. Then their phone numbers are usually attached to it. You can now start calling each and every one of them. If they have a website, you can see how do you rebuild or revamp or make it more modern. If they don't have a website, how do you modernize the website? It will take time and energy for you. You spend money on airtime, but at least if you do like 100 calls a day, you can get one person. I did it once. It was I did not like it. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not enjoy it. I don't one person though, but I did not enjoy it because I was. It helps. People can be very disrespectful. You- Especially Nigerians, for some reason, they can be very, very disrespectful. Oh, why they call my call? Why they phone me? Why? I said some of them will just once you say, "Do you need a website?" Ah, they have called the call. It can be very demoralizing. I did not like it at all. But if you are somebody that is in that doesn't that feels indifferent about cold calling, you are going to make a lot of money from it because if you can do if you can get one a day, one a day, one a day, that's going to be a big deal. And if you are doing 150,000 for each website, and by 30 days you can that's 4.5 million, but obviously now there is no way you're going to work for the entire 30 days unless you're a beast. But I don't even think it's possible. So you can do 1 day for call, 1 day for the work, 1 day for call, 1 day for the work. Because it's a niche site, you already have your designs and everything at point, so you can use 1 day to do it. So if you do it that way, you can make 2.25 or let's say 2 million, taking out weekends and everything in a month, right? Then you can grow a team if you want to do it that route. I've tried that route, I did not enjoy it. So I think freelancing is just the perfect way for me. Um, so yeah, so once you found that niche, you target that niche. I've explained marketing without money and just buying airtime and calling people. Don't even try and think of using email, especially in Nigeria. Nigerians do not read email. They're just going to be wasting your time. They don't read email, or it will just go to spam. You have to go to promotion. So don't even bother about email. Just forget about it. Focus on phone. Now, the next one is marketing with money. I actually prefer this one because you know that anybody that is reaching out to you is interested and they can chat you up easily on WhatsApp. So when I try to do this, I use Facebook, right? Facebook is for special when you want to be a specialist as a niche. And like I said in I can't even remember I think in the previous video I said if you're starting out, it's best to start out as a specialist, then gradually become a generalist. I think in my view, that is the best way to go about it, right? So Facebook is best for specialists when you are targeting a niche, but for generalists, Google is the best. Google is actually the best. Nairaland is my first love in terms of ad and marketing. That's how I made my first million, to be very honest. It was through Nairaland. That time, Facebook and Google, they are not even, I tried it for a little while, but I did not know what it is. I did not know how to use it. So they were a waste of money. But Nairaland was the first one that actually converted for me. I'll explain Nairaland on later on down the line. So you can now move into Facebook and design something beautiful on Canva. Or if you have some money to spend on a designer to do it for you, fine. But if you don't need much, just go to Canva, design something nice. You create websites for barbers, put it on Facebook, right? Once you put it on Facebook, make it a yeah conversion for your WhatsApp. Like if anybody's interested, they reach out to you via WhatsApp DM. Okay, and maybe trade at 2024 you can make it 5,000 a day or 3,000 a day depending on your budget. So at 3,000 a day, you should be looking at 100K plus taxes. It will not even be up to 100K because the Facebook takes 7.5% VAT. um, so you should be looking at that, spending that per month, 100,000 per month, around that range. But some change would remain. Um, so that covers that aspect, right? So in that month, I know at least if you target it properly, you should get at least 5 people, 6 people, that are interested, that you can do websites for them. And it is a huge return on investment if you think about it. If you are selling a website for 150,000 to be done and you get 6 people, that's 900,000. And what you spent was 100,000. So it's 9x your money. Um, it might be cheaper than the call on may make you more money, but the stress involved is unbelievable. And in some cases, it might not even make you more money. It depends on the niche. You might go to a niche where those people don't even care about the website. So I prefer the Facebook route, to be very frank with you, because it takes away the stress. Anybody reaching out to you is, at least most people, because if you do that Facebook, you see all these stupid, stupid WhatsApp TV people that will be disturbing you. That you should market. Don't even market it on WhatsApp TV. It's a waste of money. And you can see some people that have no interest that will be asking you, what do you do? No, Facebook is horrible sometimes when if people with time the targeting becomes better, but in the beginning you'll be getting a lot of crazy people that would see your ad and be asking you what your ad is about. So those kind of things pisses me off, but that's me. So from there, you can gradually build, and as you build, your portfolio expands. As you build, people that know that you design websites increases, and from there, obviously, you know how it goes from there. So I think that is, yeah, that is all I have for you. Um, um, Today regarding building a standout portfolio. I think that is even what we are discussing. Let me confirm. Yeah, building a standout portfolio. Remember, the real portfolio is Google search. That is the real portfolio. But your website is also a portfolio. But your real portfolio is Google search. When people Google your name, what do they see? Right? If it's possible to take over the second page, do that. Like me, I'm even targeting taking over the second and third pages. It's they Google my name, first, second, third. That is only my details they'll be seeing. So try to target that. That Google search is your real portfolio. All right. Yeah. Thank you and bye bye.